Now, let's now go back to 22. Please be objective about when you're looking at the board. Sometimes you're looking at the board as if there are too many clusters on it. If you fast forward the video and you meet too many clusters, you might be confused. I think you should just look at it carefully so that all these things I'm leaving on the board here, they came from my explanation of each of the topics. So don't just skip through the video and say, it's confusing. It's not. Math is very interesting. It's one of the interesting topics that you will meet and you will enjoy doing it while you are in school. So let's look at 22. They give us a value, x minus 7 is 21. This is very easy. This is a very simple equation. X minus 7 equals to 21. Now, anytime you're solving an equation, you bring in like terms. You collect numbers to one side, alphabet to one side. We'll still meet more of equations. I can guarantee you that. When you're going to do that, put this at the back of your mind, that numbers have two signs. If any number should cross the equal sign, and if it's a positive number, if it crosses equal sign, it must change to what? A negative. So what do? We collect like terms. We bring in minus 7, we send it out there. This will give us x equal to 21 plus 7. So minus 7 will become plus 7. So x equals to what? 28. So it is 28 minus 7 that will give you 21. This is the guiding principle when you're collecting like terms. When you collect like terms, like something that are the same, like terms, like something that look alike, alphabets on their own, numbers on their own. But remember, you can only change the sign of the alphabet if it crosses this equal sign. It must change. So that's why this minus 7 will cross and become plus 7. So that's the answer, 28. For number 22, I think that answer should be A. You have it at A. It's on A. Now for 23, are you ready? Most people don't like this question, but still very easy. Are you ready? A cyclist travels at an average speed of 15 kilometers per hour. How far does it travel in 2 hours, 20 minutes? This is easy. Solution. Please, let's not waste time here. Please memorize this. I want to give you a quick formula. It is written as distance equals to speed times time. Yes, don't forget that. Distance, the distance covered of any vehicle or a movement of anybody that actually moved from a particular static point and starts progressing. It's calculated as the speed the person goes, or the car or whatever is moving, times the time it takes. That's the formula for distance. So take note of it. Are you ready? Because they're asking, how far does E travels in 2 hours, 20 minutes? Is that clear? So now we're going to have the distance equals to 15 kilometers per hour times what? 2 hours, 20 minutes. But the danger is this. You cannot use 15 to times 2 hours, 20 minutes like that. You must convert that 20 minutes to fraction. Let's go back to the other side. I want to use that space. That's why I left that space up there. So I'm going to bring this 23. A cyclist travels at an average speed of 15 kilometers per hour. How far does it travel in 2 hours, 20 minutes? And I've given you the formula for distance. That's when you say how far does it go? That's distance. So we're going to do this. We're saying, ready? Distance equals to speed times time, which is 15 times 2 hours, 20 over 60. That's how you change a minute to fraction. Don't times it with a minute like that. Are you there? Just change it to fraction. So you have 15 times 2 hours, 20 minutes. So you're going to have this as 15 times 2 hours. This will cancel 0. 2 number 1 over 3. So 20 minutes is 1 over 3 in fraction. Then you cannot do this. You cannot say, okay, this is 15 times 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1, 7 over 3. So you know the rest of the story. 3 can cancel this 1. 3 can cancel this 5. 5 times 7 is 35 what? Kilometer as the answer. So that's the answer to number 23. Let's see, what do we have in 23? Where can I find the option? Please I'll come back and tell you. We have 35 minutes, 35 kilometers, that's B. The answer is in B. Normally, they didn't give you the time in minutes. They didn't give you in minutes. you just use the 15 times 2. But if they are not placed 2 hours at all, assuming they had said, okay, in 30 minutes, a car travels at an average speed, or a cyclist travels an average speed of 15 kilometers per hour for, let's say, 25 minutes. 25 minutes will be 25 over 60. 25 minutes. You cannot times, do not try to times minute like that. Please take notes. Turn the 25 minutes to 25 over 60, and you know that 5 can go here 5, 5 can go here 12. So this is 12, 5 over 12 in hours. Convert it. Because speed is always given in kilometer per hour. Yes, take note of it. Kilometer per hour, not in minutes. So if they had said 25 minutes, take it as 25 over 60. But this is not a question for us for now. I'm just trying to explain to you that in 2 hours, 20 minutes, we must make sure this 20 minutes is converted what? Fractions. Then your job is done. Then times it with the speed given. Speed times time. Memorize it. Now, we'll now come straight to number 24. John buys 20 bunches of bananas for 5 naira and sells them all for 6 naira 50 kobo. What is his profit percent? Quickly, let's not waste time. I know some of you here already know the meaning of the word profit. It has 2 names. They call it either profit or they call it what? Gain. And profit is given as selling price minus cost price. Why? The selling price is always bigger than the cost price when you make profit. Imagine a trader that actually invested 20 naira on something and sells it for 30 naira. That's the profit. So the money you invested is called the cost price. You have to go and buy those items you want to sell. So even if you're manufacturing it, there are some resources you have to still buy. So for profit, it is given as selling price minus cost price. And if it's for loss, loss will be cost price minus selling price. Because if you make a loss, then that means the selling price is lesser than the cost price. All right, that's for profit. Now, the formula for percentage profit or profit percent will equal to profit over cost price times 100 what? Percent. So take note of the formula for profit or gain. That's that name, majorly called profit. Call it profit and loss under commercial arithmetic or household arithmetic. It's still commercial. Still commercial. I call it commercial arithmetic. So percentage profit equals to profit over cost price times 100 what? Percent. Now let's find out. Ready? Cost price solution. I've written that solution already. Cost price equal to 5 naira. Selling price equal to 6 naira 50 kobo. Therefore, profit equals to 6 naira 50 kobo minus 5 naira. So let me just make it look like, we're going to subtract because of the 2 decimal places. 5 naira is best written as 5.00. So the profit becomes 1 naira 50 kobo. So that's the profit the person makes. What you buy, you bought 20 bunches of bananas for 5 naira and you sell them all for 6 naira 50 kobo. Don't worry about the 20. You have no business with the 20. So now, percentage profit equal to 1 naira 50 kobo all over cost price. Do not use the selling price. Use the cost price. That's where you determine your profit. All over 5 naira times 100 what? Percent. If we use 1.50 to multiply 100%, we're going to have 100 and what? 50 what? Percent divided by what? 5. And if you divide 5 by that should give you a total of 30%. He made a profit of 30% from his initial what? Profit. It's from the cost price that you determine whether you made a loss or you made a profit. You don't determine your profit percent from selling price. It's from the cost price. Don't forget that. Very important. So for number 24, the answer is C, 30%.